Hey, what's up? Welcome to Fandom Frenzy with Flash, which is me, which means that I am your host. Today we're going to do my most anticipated things and stuff of 2016, so title card. Number 1, Deadpool. Came out in February. I saw it on Valentine's Day in a fancy theater with wine and a Philly cheesesteak with a reclining chair. It was really, really good. I'm a Deadpool fan. My brother actually has a tattoo of Deadpool on his ass, and he doesn't like to tell anybody that, but he does. So, there you go, Ryan. You're welcome. He was really stoked about the movie, and he finally saw it, and he said that it was Ryan approved. So it gets 2 thumbs up from this family. Deadpool, in all honesty, it was really good. I think this is actually like the 3rd Colossus we've had, but this Colossus, definitely the best. The addition of Negasonic Teenage Warhead was really interesting. I wasn't really expecting that. I tried not to read anything about the movie going into it. But as far as like mutants that they could just pull from somewhere and be like, hey, you're gonna be in this movie, I thought that was a really interesting choice. But the charisma was really good and that chemistry works really well. And that is how I feel about that. Ryan Reynolds, actually the best. Number 2, Dose. Other words for 2. Renaissance Festival season. If you don't go to the Renaissance Festival, I mean, that's totally cool. You do you, man. But I personally like to go to the Renaissance Festival. My good friend Chris really likes to go to the festival, and that's Chris over there. You can't see her, but she's sitting there. Chris, do you like to go to the Renaissance Festival?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. There you go. Chris approved. Things that the Renaissance Festival has that you can't generally get anywhere else unless your life is way fucking cooler than mine. Pirates, jousting, turkey legs, mead, day drinking in public with other people, and it's totally acceptable. Music, loots, this guy that cakes himself in mud and walks around and like makes fun of people. The people who sell pickles, who yell at you. What are the things called with they tie them?
Cod pieces?
Cod pieces. Also cod pieces. And lots and lots and lots of lady bosoms. We like to go to the one in Kansas City. Generally, we like to go to the one in St. Louis because it's the only one that you can drink hard liquor at. They do this thing where they give you a mead and then they give you a shot of rum and then you drink it together. And this one time I did it with a Jack Sparrow impersonator and he was absolutely great. And then later he had a show on stage and he pulled me on stage and made me bark like a dog. The best part about our particular circuit is the Jolly Rogers, who are singing pirates who tell dirty stories on stage. Chris and I really love this guy named Devin. Devin, we love you. Number 3. I'm just gonna get like progressively more angry as the time goes on. I was initially gonna talk about The Winds of Winter here because at some point I was under the impression that George R.R. Martin was actually trying to finish the book. This book was originally supposed to come out in 2013. Still hasn't written it. Still not out. So far, his excuses have been that he has to travel too much for interviews. At one point, he actually said that he wasn't going to turn down a trip to Dubai because who would? Too many people bother him. He also said that he doesn't write when he's in hotel rooms or on planes or traveling, which is like basically all the time. I'm pretty sure he just didn't write at all for like a year. So, still no Winds of Winter, which is the 6th book in A Song of Ice and Fire, which is what HBO has adapted Game of Thrones off of, as you know. On April 24th, Game of Thrones Season 6 premieres. I have no idea what's going to happen this season, and kind of pissed off about it, but I'm going to watch it anyway. He's also said that at this point, the books have diverged from the show so much that things that would appear to be spoilers in the show will not actually be spoilers for the book. But I also know that he had to divulge all of his plot points to the creators of the show, so I'm pretty sure he's just saying that so people still buy it. Number 4. Okay, The Conjuring 2 is finally going to come out this year. If you saw Annabelle, you know how not good that was. It is going to be directed by James Wan, who actually directed the first one, so I have high hopes. The first Conjuring movie was actually really good. I liked how atmospheric it was. I liked the fact that there was a lot of build-up. I don't think horror movies necessarily put in the time anymore to get the scares that they want to get out of the audience. A lot of things just rely on jump scares now, and then people feel like if they're watching a horror film that doesn't have a ton of jump scares, then it's not a true horror film. And to that I say, f*** you. F*** you. That. Have you ever seen Suspiria? No jump scares there. This has nothing to do with the original Conjuring movie plot, except for the fact that it follows Ed and Lorraine Warren on their ghost escapades. Number 5, the WFTDA Championships, otherwise known as the WFTDA Championships. And if you're from the North, the WFTDA Championships, and that sounds absolutely ridiculous. The WFTDA is the Women's Flat Track Roller Derby Association. The 2015 WFTDA Championships surprisingly had the Road City Rollers from Portland, Oregon, usurping the 4-time reigning champions, Gotham Girls Roller Derby from New York. My favorite team is Gotham, but I love Rose City. I have a moral dilemma. Anyway, I play roller derby and I think that it's really, really rad. My name is the Fabulous Flash, number 44 from the Springfield Roller Girls. Our first game is April 9th, so if you're watching this and you live in our area, then come and see it. Number 6, No Man's Sky comes out in June, and I'm really excited about that. The only video game that I actually have a tendency to get super, super into is Skyrim or high fantasy games like that. I also play The Sims a lot, but for other reasons. Not dirty reasons. I play The Sims to feed my God complex. There. I said it. No Man's Sky is a space game. The algorithm that was written for it basically just means that the game keeps going and going and going. Basically, you can play this game however the fuck you want. You can go out and you can mine planets. You can go out and collect specimen. You can fight people, or you can just go explore different planets and be an explorer. It's definitely going to be on PS4. It could potentially also be on PC. Pretty sure it will be. Not super certain about the Xbox One. At this point, it's all speculation. Number 7, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, featuring my main bae, Eddie Redmayne. Okay, not my main bae. That's probably Jamie Campbell Bower. No. Benedict Cumberbatch. No. I have a few. That's gonna come out November 16th. It is in the Harry Potter universe, but set beforehand. It was written from a companion book from the guy who supposedly wrote Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It's about his life. There is a teaser trailer out for it, but it's really short, so it doesn't give away anything about the plot at all. That's it, that's all I got. Number 8 on this list, just moving right along, is Captain America Civil War. I'll be completely honest with you, this is the first Captain America movie that I'm actually excited about. And I'm pretty sure it's just because a lot of the other Avengers are going to be in it and are probably going to carry that plot along. I'm not saying that Chris Evans is boring, but I think that Captain America is. The main plot of Captain America Civil War is going to be Captain America versus Tony Stark. They're going to butt heads. Because Thor is not in this, Thor won't be lifting his hammer, but there's potential that Captain America might. Number 9, Xmen Apocalypse. So Apocalypse is this really big blue dude. Well, traditionally, I think he's kind of purple in the movie. He's supposed to be blue. Anyway, he was the first mutant. He's been worshipped as a god for like thousands of years, and now he's gonna try to create a new world order for mutants. Mystique has decided that, hey, I'm not about that fucking life, and she's joined back up with Professor X and told Magneto to get the fuck out of here. 10. This many. Okay, so I was really excited about this because I learned that this was a thing. Okay, Rollercoaster Tycoon World is probably coming out this year. They did say that it was probably going to be early 2016, and it's early 2016 now, but I haven't given up hope. Whenever I was in like the 3rd grade, my best friend growing up, she had Zoo Tycoon, and I only had Rollercoaster Tycoon, so she could have like killer whales and monkeys and a bunch of animals and stuff, and sometimes they'd break out of their cages, and I thought that that was just the coolest fucking thing, but you know what? I never had Zoo Tycoon. She did. I was a little jealous. I'm gonna build kiosks. I'm going to build attractions. I'm going to build roller coasters, and then I'm probably gonna make them too fast so that people fly off of them. Number 11, Suicide Squad. I had actually debated whether or not to leave this off because while I am personally excited about it, I don't think it's gonna be very good. I know the initial reaction to Jared Leto's Joker was not the most well received, but he seems to have redeemed himself thus far. What I'm most excited for is Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. She seems to have really taken on that role super well, and I'm excited about what I've seen in teaser footage, and hopefully that turns out okay. And if it doesn't, then hey, I've liked worse movies for less. I am Flash, and that was the top 11 things that I'm looking forward to in 2016. If you liked the things that I talked about, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you have something that you're looking forward to in 2016, give me a comment. Also, go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you think that this was rad. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Fandom Frenzy with Flash. It's me. The last time I tried to leave the Muskogee Renaissance Festival, they pulled my bright-ass yellow car over, made me get out of the car, and asked me like 6 times if I had drugs. I didn't. What I did have was a bag of flower seeds that my mother had given me. They're magnolia seeds, they're like pods, and they pulled those out, and they brought dogs in. I had to stand on the side of the highway. I bitched a lot. It was fine. I didn't get a ticket, because I didn't do anything wrong.